Hi, this is Matthew. Just wanted to briefly talk about the Apple event yesterday. I'm just kind of going to summarize it a little bit. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. Some of it just goes over my head. It's a lot of technical details that don't mean anything to me. But we had a few things yesterday. We had the AirPods Pro 3, which I honestly might think about grabbing a pair of, just because. Yeah, ignore the blind shell over there. Give me a notification of some sort. I might get that. It's been a while since I've had the AirPod Pro, the version 2 of the AirPods Pro. One cool thing is they have the live translation feature in there. You can push a button and it'll start translating what it's hearing people say. And I think you can have your phone maybe translate also. I don't know if that's an AI only thing or what it does, but that in itself would be kind of neat if I need it for something, but I don't know. Just because it's been a while, plus that's kind of a neat feature. Obviously they've improved the quality of them and stuff as well. I forget what other things, but that was the main thing that stuck out to me. That's probably the only thing I would get. I tend to go to Best Buy and stick those on a little, installment plan and pay them off real quick. That's what I tend to do with those. A few months and I've got them paid for, so I might grab those at some point. Everything is available to pre-order now. Comes out next Friday the 19th as I record this of September in 2025. It is September 10th on Wednesday of 2025 as I record this right now. So it may or may not be out when you go look for them if you want to look. There is an iPhone 17. There is a Pro and a Pro Max, and there is an Air. All 17s. Well, I don't know. I guess the Air isn't. It's just a really thin phone. And assuming they're going to have a folding phone based on that maybe next year. My brother's hoping for one. I'm not going to get a phone right now, but they've improved all the cameras and battery life, bigger battery, of course, like usual, stuff like that. Obviously, working a lot of stuff with AI that I can't use on my 12 Pro Max, so it's meaningless to me right at the moment. I don't have a phone that can even do AI. My iMac can, but my phone and iPad can't, so I can't use any of that stuff. I need to get the 26 fairly soon. I will get it pretty quick. I'm on the 18 beta right now, but I'll get 26 probably. Yeah, that was kind of it. Just, the normal things, I guess. Just some different cameras now that are a little wider in the front and stuff. Just faster ways to do things with that. But honestly, so much of that goes over my head, and it's kind of this, just improving on something that's already there. Nothing. There is a random strap thing you can get for I think all of these devices. The phone wise, I think there's. I guess if you don't want to lose your phone or something, you can get like a shoulder kind of strap thing you can attach to yourself and carry the device on. I'm not really sure how that works. I'm sure there's obviously new cases, new chargers you can get at some point. I don't know when they come out, but those are out there. Yeah, just kind of improving things that already exist that I just don't feel like talking about, honestly. But I always like to go look at the phones anyway, even though if I don't get one. But if by chance we're at the store doing something, I might go look at them. But I don't have any. Unless my phone just dies, I'm not planning on getting one this year. Maybe limp it along with my brother and see what comes out next year. I don't know, but hopefully they can hold out. So we'll see. But yeah, there are things out there. If you really want to watch it, go to apple.com and get it. It is audio described like they have been since COVID. Pre-recorded format. Lots of people talking about things. But yeah, go look there. You can read about them. There's many other people have done probably a better job than I could ever explain the stuff anyway from other blogs that they do this for their job. But there's nothing much I really cared about. I'm not running 26 yet anyway. Oh boy. Oh, Blind Shell, you can be quiet over there. It's did some other reviews on the Blind Shell. It just kind of hangs out on the side of my desk and does things, but I do mess with it some, and it does notifications now, so I get random notifications from apps I've installed that I've logged into and stuff. Yeah, to see how they worked. But yeah, that's kind of that in a nutshell. Just again, the 17. Then they talked about the Air, the Pro Max were all kind of lumped together. The AirPods Pro 3, I think they call it. I believe it's the third generation of the Pros. Nothing about regular AirPods or what were those big ones? Oh grief! I lost the name of the big ones. Oh, good grief, I lost the name of those. Nothing about those, no iPads, no new HomePods. You usually have some stuff in the fall, too. There might be some announcements about Macs or something in the fall. Or, well, I guess this was that event. I don't know when I'll do anything about Macs and such. Obviously not right now. But yeah, that's really about it, honestly. I'm just not looking at a new phone, and just so much of it just goes over my head, and I write it down, I say it on here, I just don't think it really means anything to most people. I do it out of interest, but just wanted to briefly talk about it. I don't think many people, at least here on the store channel, are that probably as interested as some might be. And I don't need a new phone, but yeah, that's really that. They're always, thinner, and they always have different things going on, but definitely go to apple.com, read about them, just search Apple Event 2025, like fall 2025, Apple Event fall 2025. I think it was called Awe Dropping. I'm not exactly sure if that's right. I keep seeing that out there. They never mentioned it in the presentation, but I think it's what it's called. A lot of times they'll mention it. Oh, and there's also, I almost forgot about Apple Watch, I'm sorry. There's the Apple Watch, what is it, Series 11, and the Ultra 3. I think there was an SE as well. And the big thing, there's like you can get notified of different heart events and things that are new. All kinds of new things in there about like fit workouts and different things. Satellite connectivity, 5G, I think, are on all of the watches now. My Ultra 3, I don't think does any of that. I don't know for certain. I have the Wi-Fi model, so I don't know. I didn't get that kind, so there are those. So we have the Series 11 watch, the Ultra 3, the SE. I don't remember what version that is on at the moment, but there are those available. Different things going on that are kind of cool. But everything is available on the 19th of September. They are out for pre-order now. You can go look at them and they'll read about them and purchase them if you want. And they'll come to you around Friday. And I think maybe the iOS 16, I think it might have come out. I think it comes out Monday, but the final version is out. I might grab it. I might check with my brother. He was running it. He's just from a bug point, not to run it at one point, but he might be ready to go. I might check with him. I might run it over the weekend. I don't know. Not sure. Or I might wait till Monday or after and grab. Not sure what. I'll probably get a beta again, but just a matter of when I download it. Because mine's working so well right now, I don't really want to jinx it. To be honest. But, yeah. That's kind of that in a nutshell. Just kind of a brief summary of it. What they talked about. Yeah, it was like, it started around 12 Central Time and ended around 1:13, 1:14 Central. Not quite an hour and a half, but a little over an hour 13, 14 minutes or so. And it said, it is audio described on their website and on Apple TV itself. In the app, the TV app on all the platforms. You should be able to watch it described there. I think they keep all of them. I think they keep them for a while. I don't know how long they keep them for, but at least I know the 2024 stuff is still there. I'm not sure how far back to go, but it'll be there. Well, that she did a good job describing it. I never know who they use, who they are, who they're with, who obviously they're pre-recorded. I don't know who writes them, any of that, because they don't ever say. So it's kind of sad. I feel bad for all those guys because I never know who they are. And I think all of the videos on the website, I think, are described. If you have, I know they are on the phones if you have it enabled in your settings, the audio description and accessibility. What is that under? I think it's under media, I think. If you have an iPhone, you can go turn that on and it will just, if the thing recognizes that setting, it will just turn on the audio description for you. You don't have to go and turn it on. But web browser, I find it will remember it once you do. But I have a new desktop computer I'm running. I'm getting ready to go whenever we move offices and get permanent things for cameras and other things we're doing. I had to go remember how to use that yesterday. That was fun. I was trying to run it before it started. The little music it plays with the logos moving around. I finally got it to work. I was overthinking. Because most things you have to go and tab to find. I can see them on Windows with NVDA. That's what I'm running at work, Windows. So I had to go and usually you just tab to things and find it. But this I just had a down arrow to what I wanted and check the relevant button. I didn't know that for about 5-10 minutes. Like, why won't this work? But I got to work and she was talking to me, so that's good. It seems to retain it. I believe Apple TV works the same way on the web too. I think it is as much for work, but you have to make sure that's enabled before you watch anything because of what's going on. Yeah, that should all be there too. So that's kind of it in a nutshell, I think. I don't know if any other. There's nothing for a blind person's perspective that's any different because it's just the phones. The other site back in June, obviously, there's some stuff written about it. There'll be more, I'm sure, when it comes out. That I might want to look at later, just for my own interest. But yeah, that's that in a nutshell, I think, for the moment. If I find anything else, I might make something else as an update. But that's that in a nutshell. Just so much of that just goes over my head. I don't know that anybody else but me really cares. And a lot of times I don't care because I don't know what they're talking about because I barely use the camera for anything, and so much of that just is nothing I ever use. They like to spend a lot of time on cameras, and they mean nothing to me because I'm just looking at QR codes or Navigance codes or getting sent to pick a picture for somebody else to look at for me, or AI will describe it to me. So obviously, the better camera, the better you can do that. And I always get Pro Max models just because I want as much speed and memory for VoiceOver to run and to do other stuff because I use my phone a lot, so I want it to be able to work. So I always get the Pro Max ones, and I like the bigger screen and all the big heavy duty working hardware and RAM and stuff is in there, so I go with those. But you can always pick the phone that works best for you as a viewer. That's what I tend to go for, just because I want it just to work and not have to have it sit there and be slow. So that's what I do. I'll probably get the AirPods 3 at some point, though. I might get those Pros. Just been a while. Any improvement is great, and that translation thing would be fun to mess with. Especially when I'm watching like a TV show, if it would work on those. It's like Spanish shows I like to watch sometimes. Like, what actually are they saying? That would be fun to mess with. I don't know if I can do it otherwise. Never messed with some of that live translation stuff before. I've used the Translate app, but a lot of times I'll get stuck on my Duolingo lesson and I'll be like, what is that saying exactly? I got like part of it. But sometimes I'll just to make sure, like, if I need to translate something, like, what exactly? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. and I can go find the relevant word. Sometimes usually they're word for word correct, or sometimes it's slightly off, not by much. But because you have to pick the relevant words to translate it, and sometimes I'm like, what is that? It'd be cool to do a live translation, but just like out and about, like, oh, what are they talking about over there? Not that I want to eavesdrop on people, but what exactly are they? I get part of that and catching part. It'd be fun just to see what's happening, especially for like TV or something. That or what is that video? I don't want to have the stupid AI tell me. I want to like, I'd rather have it in my ear tell me instead or something. I don't know. It'd be fun to mess with it. But that's about the only thing that I took out of it were those AirPods. Yeah. But I think that'll do it for now. I'm just rambling about nothing, so I'm just going to end it now. And I will see you guys in another video.